YouTube, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. We're going to be doing a low taper today. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you guys hit that sub button. To start the tutorial, we're going to first separate the beard from the taper area. So right there at the top of the ear, let's go about a finger to remove that, and then let's go a finger above that to set our first guideline. I'm setting my guideline with my gamma hitters that are not zero gapped. Then let's refine that area with our hard trimmer, which is our Babyless skeletons. So then we can set our first guideline on the beard and then on the taper. In this tutorial, I'm going to mainly be teaching you guys how to go faster in your haircuts, especially when you guys are working with a taper and a beard. The key here is to go step by step, hitting the taper area and the beard area at the same time. So to erase the line right here on our beard, let's close the lever and we're going to hit the beginning of the guideline. Put the lever in the middle, and now let's hit the guideline in the middle. Your lever will literally tell you exactly where to hit the guideline. Let's open up the lever all the way through and hit the full guideline now. That should complete the blend. So let's repeat the process on the taper. Right here, let's close the lever and we're going to hit the beginning of the guideline. Open it a tiny bit. So this is called close to open again, guys. You guys need to remember that you guys need to follow a fading system. This fading system is just going to be pure close to open, working our way from the baldness of the taper to the hair length on top of the taper. Now that our lever is fully open, we're going to just hit the whole guideline again. Repeat that process around 2 to 3 times until you're ready to move on to this step. So now you guys remember how we separated the beard from the taper area. We're going to use our single foil shaver by Gamma and hit it in that area that we just removed 1 finger of hair length. So that should give us a nice clean transition. Then hit it with our hard trimmer by BABYLISS. So we got 1 guideline, 2 guidelines right there. So 1 finger guideline will be set with a 1 guard with the lever open. The reason why I showed my fingers is because I wanted to give you guys like a rule of thumb so you guys can always remember where you guys set your guidelines. So what you do on the beard, you want to repeat on the taper. So this will give you guys way more just a faster paced workflow, working from the taper to the beard. Once you guys finish setting that guideline with the 1 guard, let's do close to open now with the same guard. Close the lever midway through now, hit the middle of the guideline, then open it all the way and hit the full guideline. Repeat the process in the taper area. So our lever is closed using the 1 guard, but in this step, guys, this is only going to be to soften the line. In the second guideline, it takes 2 steps to erase the line. So pay very close attention, as in this step, it's not going to fully blend out the line. So once we're done doing close to open with the 1 guard, we're going to attach our 0.5 guard. So like always, you guys want to make sure you guys are focused, and we only have half of our finger of our guideline to go from close to open using our 0.5 guard. That's just the rule that I like playing in my head, because it keeps me disciplined in a way so I don't go all the way up. This is what works for me, and in my head, the more that you focus, the more disciplined that you are with your guidelines, setting consistent guidelines and just staying in a consistent workflow. It's just gonna give you guys more progress in the long run. You guys might not notice it in the beginning, but as you guys keep practicing on your haircuts, you guys will be able to get better through time. So I'm repeating the process here in the beard area using the 0.5 guard going close to open. And as always, guys, if you guys lose your place, you guys know exactly where you set your first guideline, and everything is a finger thick. So just work around that. And right here, let's start by using our 3.5 guard, going 2 fingers above, and I'm using the scooping method with my comb. So it gets a lot harder, guys, when you guys are trying to keep the darkness in your tapers, and I just find it best to use a 3.5 guard to debulk or to set a nice space so we can start that blending process. So I went literally midway through to the taper, and then I'm working now backwards. So now I'm going to use a 2.5 guard and repeat the same process and scoop out. By scooping out, I just mean use a very soft touch, and as you flick up into the guideline, you slowly graze out and pull out your machine a little bit, so it makes it easier to blend everything on top of that. So now my lever's closed and I'm just flicking out towards that line just to soften it a little bit. And let's repeat the same thing on the beard area. Open up the lever, set a 1 finger guideline. The last step in our fading process is going to be to use our 1.5 guard. We're going to finalize the blend on the beard area, because the highest guard that we used on the beard area was a 2.5, because the size of his beard is around a 4 guard. So now let's close the lever, 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 fingers. At the beginning of that 3rd finger, we're going to go close to open using the 1.5 guard. That's why it's important to stay consistent with your guidelines, so you'll always know exactly where you guys can either start whatever lever method you're using, or just to be able to correct your work. 1 finger, 2 finger. At the start of that second finger, we're doing close to open now with our 1.5 guard. Lever in the middle, go a tiny bit higher. And you guys can see the hair on the taper area, it grows in different directions. So you guys really can't see it, but when I was cutting his hair, I was just angling the teeth of my machine, of my guards, to go against the grain exactly where I wanted to hit it. So that just gets a little bit more on the advanced side, but the more that you guys understand that and go through those motions when you guys are cutting hair, the better that you guys will be able to get through time. So right here, he has a very soft spot on a C-cup area. Your clients won't have a perfect hairline. You guys have to work with what you got and keep everything as natural as possible. And you guys see here on this area of the taper, this side of the taper, his C-cup area is way stronger than his other side. So one side will naturally be more sharper than the other, and that's okay, guys. You guys just have to work with what you got. The biggest game changer in just my perspective in creating C-cups or lineups, it's the pressure that you apply on your trimmer and exactly maneuvering the trimmer to fit the side of the head that you're working on. To start the back taper, guys, we're gonna go 2 fingers using our soft trimmer, our gamma hitter, gently just creating that guideline. Let's remove all of the bulk. So the reason why I go 2 fingers is because you have to account for that extra hair that grows in the back of the neck. And let's polish that area with our hard trimmer. It's our trimmer that's zero gapped, and let's shave everything. About 90% of that room we're gonna shave. And the reason why I'm going towards the left is because his hair grows towards the right side. So you guys always wanna use your trimmer or your clippers, whatever machinery you're using, you wanna hit it against the grain always. So let's open our lever and we're gonna create a 1 finger guideline using my BABYLISS SILVERFXs that are zero gapped. To make it easier on us to blend out that first line, this is a really good tip for you guys. Use your soft trimmer, which is a trimmer that's not zero gapped, comes straight out of the box like that. Just gently baby tap that line to make it easier on our clipper to just blend out the line. So it's what I like doing because sometimes I don't like repeating the close to open that much, and it just alleviates just the workload. Right here, my lever is closed. Put it in the middle now, guys. Go a tiny bit higher, but just aim for that middle spot in that guideline. Keep working your way through. Very consistent flow and consistent motion. Then open up the lever and hit the full guideline. So that completed our close to open. Usually I go about 2-3 times in my close to open lever method, depending on how well I set my guidelines. That'll just make it easier and you guys won't have to do it that many times. So the second step is gonna be to open up our lever, attach the 1 guard. This is the 1.5, and we're gonna go 1 finger above the guideline we just finished blending. So flick out, and I already told you guys what flicking out means. We're just slightly just grazing the hair as we go higher into that guideline. Makes it easier for us to blend out the line. So now we're gonna go close to open again. So we're repeating the same process, the same system that we did on the side taper, the beard, and now the back taper. So as you guys can see, if you guys are beginners, you guys just repeat one system. Imagine doing 100 haircuts doing the same system. You guys will be able to get it down. If you guys take an hour, 15, an hour, 20 minutes the first time you guys do your haircuts, it's okay, because on haircut number 50 or 100, your speed will get better, your haircuts will get better. So be very patient with yourself, guys. You know, this haircut probably takes me around an hour 10, an hour 15 minutes with the beard. If he cuts the top and I have to style and do all that, maybe an hour 20. So I don't really gauge myself in terms of I want to be the fastest barber, like give the fastest haircut. Yeah, that's important, but my business is ran on 1 hour appointments. So just keep that in mind, guys. Don't compare yourself to any other barber. Find a system that works for you. Find a price range and a time that works for you. So right here at the start of the second finger, we're gonna go close to open using our 0.5 guard. So I'm stroking my machine towards the right side, because right there the hair grows kind of towards like the earlobe. So I have to angle and hit it with 2 of my teeth of my guards. And with my eyes, I'm really focusing on those dark spots. You guys can't just be aimlessly like stroking your clipper. You guys have to really focus on the area that you guys want to hit, because at the end of the day, this is all about hand-eye coordination and repetition. So just like the side taper, guys, now we're gonna work on blending all of the top area and blend it from the top to the middle. So we're using the number 3 guard lever open, scooping out, and scooping out. 2 fingers, using the 2 guard now, lever open. So we went 3.5, 2 fingers, 2.5, 2 fingers. And now for the last step, we're gonna use our 1.5 guard, go 1 finger above with our lever open. Imagine you guys are setting a 1 finger guideline, and we're gonna erase it with the same guard doing close to open. Sometimes it might get hard to blend out the line. As you guys can see there, it's been tough for me to erase it doing close to open. So then I go back a step. So the guard previous to the 1.5 guard is gonna be the 1 guard with the lever open. So we're just gonna flick out and just pick at those dense dark spots. And this is a technique called lever play. So as you guys are working up into the guideline, you guys can either close it or open it depending on how high or how low you want to hit those spots. So to line up the side taper, the side of the ear or top of the ear, whatever you guys want to call it, let's remove some of that weight with our thinning shears, then start the process of lining up the area. So start right there. Let's put our middle finger underneath the earlobe. So that's gonna be kind of like our balancing. It's like kind of like, think about it like a tripod. You're balancing first the trimmer with your hand, so you're in position to use it and just glide it through. Very soft touch, a very smooth motion. And let's work our way back now. So we stroked all the way to the left, and now we're stroking to the right, only using about 25% of my trimmer's blade. So once that's done, pull the ear back with the left hand. It gives us some room to start lining that up, so we meet it right there at the top of the ear. So the key here, soft touch, keep your machine in place by putting that middle finger underneath the earlobe, and just let your wrist do all the work. With time, guys, you guys practice and you guys keep this in mind, you guys will be able to get better. It just doesn't come like the first time that you try it. It's not going to work out, I promise you guys, but maybe the 50th, 60th time, you guys will be able to be faster, better, and more consistent. So the game here is just repetition. Put in the work, put in the time in, and through time, you guys will be able to look back and be like, damn, this is a lot easier than when I first started. So for the beard area, we're going to start first in the bottom of the neck. We're going to do the corners and then do the cheeks and the mustache last. Let's apply some dark brown Tomb 45 enhancement to enhance the side taper and the beard. Some Slick Gorilla for the top. Just apply a little bit and just shake it up a little bit. Blend it into the hair. This is the before and this is the after. I appreciate you guys for watching this full tutorial. This is a low taper blended into the beard. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe and like. Comment down below any constructive criticism you guys have towards the channel. My name is David Escamilla, and I'll catch you guys next week for more haircut videos. Peace.